Cal gets the surprise of his life when he learns that his wife Emily cheated on him with a co-worker David and wants a divorce. After moving into his new apartment, Cal begins frequenting a bar night after night, talking loudly about his divorce until he attracts the attention of a young man named Jacob, a womanizer who successfully beds women each night. Although a woman named Hannah recently rejected his advances, taking pity on Carl, Jacob agrees to teach him how to pick up women. Jacob takes Cal shopping, outfitting him with an entirely new wardrobe and begins teaching him the art of seduction. As they spend their evenings at the bar together, a friendship begins to blossom. On Carl's first attempt to seduce a woman, he meets a teacher named Kate who initially rejects his awkward advances but eventually they sleep together at his apartment. In the following week, Cal manages to successfully seduce multiple women. Although he remains troubled by his crumbling marriage, he only sees Emily again at a parent-teacher meeting. They almost reconcile, but the teacher they are meeting with turns out to be Katie, and Emily learns of Carl's recent womanizing. She leaves in disgust and begins dating David. Meanwhile, Hannah, a law student, is about to take the bar exam and is expecting a marriage proposal from her boyfriend Richard. Hannah's best friend Liz does not believe Hannah is happy with Richard and thinks she should have hooked up with Jacob the night the two met. After Hannah passes the bar exam, Richard does not propose but instead extends a job offer at his law firm, leaving Hannah hurt and disappointed. Hannah storms from the restaurant and returns to the bar where she originally rejected Jacob's advances. Upon finding Jacob at the bar, Hannah pulls his attention from another young woman and embraces him in a passionate kiss. The two return to Jacob's home and plan to have but end up staying awake all night talking about themselves. Jacob soon starts a relationship with Hannah and as a result of the amount of time they spend together, ends up distancing himself from Cal. Cal, not understanding why Jacob is avoiding his phone calls, slips back into a lonely and depressive state. At the same time, 13-year-old Robbie makes numerous grand gestures to try to win the heart of his 17-year-old babysitter Jessica. Robbie tells Cal that he believes Jessica is his soulmate, like he believes Emily is Carl's soulmate. Unfortunately, Jessica is not only repulsed by Robbie's advances but also have a crush on Cal. After learning of Cal's womanizing, Jessica, on the advice of a classmate, takes photos of herself to send to Carl and tucks them away in an envelope inside her dresser drawer. Later, when Carl is maintaining the backyard of the house at night, which he has been secretly doing since the divorce, he sees Emily making a call to him through the window asking him for help relighting the pilot light of the furnace. Seeing that she is nowhere near the furnace and that the call was an excuse to talk to him, Cal decides to try to win her back. Jacob finally decides to return Cal's call and apologizes for being unreachable. He tells Cal that he needs advice because he thinks he's falling in love for a girl and that he's on his way to meet with her parents. Cal reassures Jacob, telling him that he only has to be himself and everything will be fine. In preparation for winning his wife back, Cal and his kid create a makeshift mini golf course in the backyard to remind Emily of their first date. During the gathering, Jacob and Hannah show up at the house and Hannah is revealed to be Cal and Emily's daughter. At that moment, Jessica's father, Bernie, shows up and attacks Cal. Having seen the naked picture of Jessica in the envelope addressed to Cal, Jessica arrives and desperately tries to stop her father's attack, telling him that Cal knew nothing of the pictures. Robbie gets upset that Cal is Jessica's secret crush. Then David arrives to return Emily's jacket from the previous date. Jacob responds by attacking David for stealing Emily away from Carl. Carl, Jacob, David and Bernie get into a scuffle which is broken up by the police, after which Cal leaves everyone in frustration. Cal starts spending his time at the bar again and receives a visit from Jacob, who confesses that he's in love with Hannah. Cal, however, cannot approve of their relationship because he has seen Jacob's womanizing ways. At Robbie's 8th graduation party, Robbie gives a speech about how no longer he believes in true love and soulmates. Kel stops him and instead begins to record his courtship with Emily to the audience, saying that while he does not know if things will work out, he will never give up on Emily. With renewed faith, Robbie reaffirms his love for Jessica to audience applause. After the ceremony, Carl finally approves of Jacob and Hannah's relationship. Jessica, flattered by Robbie's declaration of love, gives him a secret envelope which might be containing the naked pictures all along. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.